What up guys? Today we are going to be fixing the check engine light on TSX. I've had this check engine light for, I don't know, maybe a year or something like that. So I've had this check engine light for a long time, and when I pull it up, it's coming up as, I forgot what the code is. But when I'm looking up the code, it's the Vtec solenoid. So when I lifted the car up the other day and I checked it, and I have a huge oil leak coming out from the back. So I took it out, cleaned it. When I took it off, I saw the corner piece of the solenoid gasket had a small little tear in the corner, and that's where the oil was leaking from. So I replaced the gasket, threw it in, cleared the code. Code was fine. No check engine light came back until I hit Vtec. I was able to hit Vtec twice, and after that, all the check engine lights came in. I wasn't able to go past 5,500 RPM, so Vtec would never engage. So I ordered a new Vtec solenoid from Checker Sports. Shout out to Rahul, and he shipped it out pretty fast. And I got that, so we're gonna replace that today. I just got back from work. Motor's been hot. We're gonna let it cool down for a little bit, and then we'll swap it out. All right guys, so here's the part. Here's the part number. Got the Vtec solenoid in here. I have seen that they have Dorman Vtec solenoids. You can get them from AutoZone or O'Reilly, but every form that I've seen says not to use aftermarket Vtec solenoids because it'll just cause so many more problems later on down the road. I've seen people say they only last like 3 days. I've seen people say they last about a month. So just get the OEM one. They go about, I think the dealership quoted me like $700. I think the dealership quoted me like $700 to $1,000. This one I got it from Checker Sports. He had it sale for like $400, so I bought it. It's not the one that's recommended for this exact motor, but this part number will work on the TSX K series. So the solenoid bolts in this way, so that connector to the front, and you have 3 bolts, one on top, one on the side, one underneath. And then what I did when I already replaced the gasket is I took the bottom one off, laid it on this side, top one in the middle, and then this one, put it over. That way they all go in the same spot. We're putting it back. So we gotta disconnect those. It's 3 10 mils, and then we'll put this new one on. All right guys, so I got the 10 mil. I have a magnetic one, and then get a long reach, and then you're just gonna take these off. It's a little bit of a pain. I used the mirror the last time I did it, but you should be able to feel around for them. All right, so here's the old one, just a couple bolts. Like I said, 3, and then you take out those two pin connectors right there. So that's off. And then if you look down, I'm gonna rotate you guys so you guys are facing the right way. When you look down in here, that's where it bolts up to, right there, and make sure you clean that surface. You have to clean that surface, make sure you wipe it off with a rag, use some brake cleaner, whatever you got, make sure it's clean. That way when you put this new one on, it seals properly. You don't want any oil on that gasket sealing it. So I'm gonna go get some brake cleaner. We'll shoot it, wipe it down. All right, so we got it all cleaned up. Now we're gonna put this back in. Like I said, separate these bolts so you know where they go. Here's, I got 1, 2, and then I got 3 right here. So they'll go in that order: bottom, top, and then the side, just like that. So we'll pop these in right now. And these, just tighten them by hand with your finger, just so they seat in there, and then you'll torque them down once they're all in. All right, here we go. We're gonna torque it down to 104 inch-pounds. Make sure you're using the right torque wrench, and make sure you're torquing it to the correct spec. We're gonna go down here. There's no specific order, so we're just gonna go up, down, and then to the side, so it torques evenly. When you're torquing in inches also, it's a very light noise that you're gonna hear, so make sure you're paying attention. There you go. Hold on. Yeah, I heard it. Hold on. All right, so when you're torquing these down and you're using inches, it'll barely move like that. That's how you know that you're done, and make sure you're not over torquing it. Where you going? Well, wait for me. This guy. All right, right there. Right there is when you know you're done. Torque. Man, I hate this freaking torque wrench. There's so much play in it. I need to buy a new one. right there. All right, 1 minute and 50 seconds is what it took for me to torque these down. That's it. We're gonna get these, make sure we're all plugged in there. We are. I had to cut the tie strap, the factory tie strap that's on the Vtec solenoid. I had to cut that one off because I couldn't get the thing to come off. So I have these zip ties with the little Christmas tree on here. I buy these on Amazon. I get like a big pack for a couple bucks. So I already did this before when I changed the gasket. So what you need to do is, if you get some of these, cut that tip off. That way it sits properly, and then you'll be able to tuck away your harness and it's secured. That way it doesn't get cut. So see that hole right there? Just stick that in there. It won't come out, and then you can zip tie your harness down to factory spot, and it's not gonna burn or it's not gonna get caught on anything, and you're all good right there. Take your wire cutters and just cut them flush. There you go. All right, I don't know, 10-minute fix, guys. It's pretty simple. It's nothing hard. I was looking all over the place on the internet, YouTube, TikTok, trying to find videos on how to change the solenoid. All these videos are like 20 minutes long, and they don't show you how to fix the actual part, and they really don't go into much depth on the code. So let me get my scanner real quick, and then we'll show you guys how this looks. All right, so we'll use this little cheap Foxwell scanner that I got. It's the only thing I found right now. I got another one, and a little nicer, but I can't find it in my garage. My garage is a mess. So here we go. Turn the ignition on. All right, kind of hard for me to see. No, I'm gonna show you guys the code that it has. Read codes, stored codes. Rocker arm, there we go. That's what it was. It was a P2647. The same thing that I saw for the Vtec solenoids also is the P2646. Those are Vtec solenoid related. And if you're having those issues, you're gonna change that little gasket that was on there. I think I got it for like $16 at Honda. So when you have this code, the P2646 and 47, you're gonna change that Vtec solenoid gasket. When you pull off your Vtec solenoid, you're gonna see that gasket and it has that screen. If that screen is dirty, covered in gunk, clean it out. If the seal is still rubbery and it's not hardened, you can still reuse that seal sometimes. But if you're pulling that off, just buy a new gasket. They're only like $16. If it's cracked, make sure you take it off. Make sure you're not scratching the solenoid housing, because if you do, then you got to use Honda bond and all that stuff, and chances of it leaking or increase. Like, just try to be careful. Use a pick tool or use some tweezers or something like that. Clean it out with some brake cleaner and a rag. You should be good. So we got this done. We replaced the whole solenoid. We changed the gasket. It comes with a brand new gasket if you buy from Checker Sports, or if you buy from Honda, it comes as a whole assembly. You don't have to buy the gasket. So we changed the assembly, got a new gasket on there. Now we're just gonna clear the code. We're gonna drive it around for a little bit, make sure the code doesn't pop up before we start hitting Vtec. All right, so we got code right there. We're gonna read it. It's gonna be the same one. That's the only freaking code that I have on the car. I had all these other codes too. So I had like an ABS, I had a SRS, I had the seatbelt light, I had the check engine light, I had a misfire. When I changed the Vtec solenoid gasket and I cleared this and I drove it around normal, if I drove the car normally, the check engine light never came back on. It was only coming on after I hit Vtec more than twice. So I don't know what that is. Like, maybe it's just like it was good enough until I hit Vtec, but we're just gonna clear these out right now. Yeah, it was really weird. If I cleared the code with the new gasket, never hit Vtec, my check engine light never came on. That's how I went and I passed my smog. I cleared the code, drove it normally for like 50 miles, code never came back, did my smog test, passed it. As soon as I left, I hit Vtec, I slammed the gas, and my check engine lights all came back on. So here we go. Cleared the code, no check engine. Start it up, open door, hit the door switch, no check engine light, bam. All right, to warm up a little bit. Car's kind of warm. I just drove the car for, I don't know, 2 hours. I came back home, I let it sit for like 20 minutes. So see, it's already warmed up, like not super cold. That's what it was doing when I was trying to hit Vtec. It just wouldn't go past 5,000. It just kept rev limiting like that. But I got no check engine light, so that should be good. Maybe it doesn't want to go past that since I'm parked, but we'll take it out right now for a drive. We're gonna go get some Dairy Queen. It's free cone day today, and then we're gonna go from there. So stick around. All right, so all you need, oh, that's not good. That is not good. I was like, what the heck is that noise? I know, it's the freaking can. It was stuck here on the belt. Look at that, almost blew my motor up. Oh, yeah, it's free cone day today at Dairy Queen. Yeah, we're about to go get some. All right, guys, you saw how fast that was. It took maybe 10 minutes or so with all that yapping. But yeah, change that out. Solenoid is in. Make sure it's connected. Make sure these are connected because it wasn't hitting revs that high. But the check engine light should have came on already. So let me clean this up and we'll take it out for a test drive. Be back. Bad solenoid. My car would like right around like 5,000. Wouldn't even move. All right, guys. So you see there, it went past 5,000. Before it would do it like twice, and then once I hit Vtec, the check engine light would come right back on. And this is the third time I hit Vtec. The first one we didn't hit record, so I'll hit it again real quick. And if it's good after this, then I know it was a bad solenoid. Alright guys, there you go. That's how you change the solenoid on a 2004 to 2008 Acura TSX. Ooh, it's free cone day, but fuck that. I wanted a blizzard. Shit. Yeah, no check engine light. I didn't fix that fender. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Enjoy my blizzard, and you guys go fix your car. See you on the next one.